Hi everyone, it's Hannah here with the town of Renfrew, and we are joined today by Lisa Vincent, who is the chair of the Downtown BIA. So welcome, Lisa. Thank you for joining us today. So we're going to have a little chat today with Lisa about all things BIA and what the BIA does here at the town of Renfrew. So Lisa, to get started, I know this is maybe a basic question, but not everybody knows what the BIA is, what you guys stand for. Can you tell us a little bit about what the BIA does and what your mandate is?
Yes, for sure. That has changed a little bit over recent years, but initially the BIAs across Ontario were essentially for downtowns in response to the outcropping and the growth of malls. So to help with business in the downtown core when that happened. We've evolved over the years, but and back in the day, the BIA was for beautification and marketing and promotion of the downtown businesses. And in recent years, that has evolved a bit as to what our mandate is.
Right. And okay, that you talked about it a little bit there, but let's talk about the restructuring that occurred. So I know that I think it was 2023. We here at the town of Renfrew underwent some restructuring with our BIA.
Yes.
So maybe you can talk about how that came about and where it's landed now, and what the board's kind of initiatives are now.
Yeah, for sure. Initially, what sort of started and launched the restructuring was a number of the member businesses of the BIA in downtown put forward a petition, and it resulted in council talking about it. I'm not aware if it was on an actual council meeting, but there was a number of discussion with staff and council regarding that it was time to put the BIA under review. So what happened is that the board itself went under review. The existing board as it stood with the directors that were there, I believe only one or two of them actually stepped forward for the review process. The rest of the directors were all new or previous experience on the board. And so we initiated a project where we put a proposal forward to council and with where we wanted to go with the BIA, whether we thought that as recommended with the petition that the board fold, or whether there was some sort of restructuring process that could occur that could bring the board into the current time frame and meet the needs of the businesses as they stood now.
Modernize it a little bit.
Exactly. So that's what we did, is we put together a proposal, and with regards to that proposal was that the board essentially continue, but we fine tune what our mandate is and what our responsibilities are, and focus on what we can do for our businesses and for our members to promote business for them and make sure that they're all viable and strong and draw footsteps to their doors. So, and that resulted in that council passed along that they were going to continue with our board under a restructure process. So we became under the municipality, and we are governed by the municipality ultimately. So we now have 5 directors on the board, 2 council members. We have our administrative executive, and our mandate is now promotion and marketing. And we advocate as well for our members. So
Great. So while we're on kind of that the restructuring, downtown BIA, we also went through just a rezoning for our downtown BIA in the last year and a half, correct?
Yeah.
So maybe you can expand a little bit on what that means for us. I know there was a lot of talk in the media about what it meant in some businesses, and so maybe you can touch on that as well.
Yeah. What happened is that a number of years ago, the county of Renfrew rezoned the entire county.
Yes.
And when that occurred, then the downtown commercial designation changed from where it had been. So the BIA no longer reflected the boundaries that the county had identified as downtown commercial zoning. So when we proposed this, it was essentially to bring into, I guess, more clarity and more transparency, that the boundaries reflected each other, so that we were cohesive with what
the county was identifying.
Exactly.
Yes. Good. Okay, this is my favorite part, is the marketing component of the BIA. You folks do a great job of marketing our downtown. So I'd like you to talk about some marketing initiatives that you do because
Mhm.
while the BA is certainly mandate is downtown, we know that Renfrew is the heart of our downtown, or sorry, downtown is the heart of Renfrew. So maybe you can talk about some of the marketing initiatives that you have coming up. I know you have some great ones.
Yeah, and for sure. And when you say downtown is the heart of Renfrew,
Yeah.
that's actually one of our taglines.
Yes, it is.
So it's part of our new branding and all our marketing. Um, what we've done is we've done a number of things. If anyone sort of followed along, we've basically grown our social media exponentially. Facebook and Instagram, our followers are up 20-25%. Our reach is up 200 to 260% in
Wow.
both those platforms. And engagement overall on all social media is up 40% and 25% in Facebook, because we've been on Facebook a lot longer.
Yes,
So
yes.
our website, a lot of the traffic from the socials is taking the people to our website.
Right.
And our hits on our website have gone up 131%. And it's kind of, and we've got more analytics regarding that, which is nice because that's available to us now. So we can actually see where people are going, what they're looking for, and again, like even repeat visits, that sort of thing. So there's been huge growth with regards to our socials.
Media. And maybe you can touch on, I know the BIA has a map coming out this summer. It's great. I've had a sneak peek at it. And so this map is, I know when we talk about Ottawa Valley Tourism, they do a cycling map every year. That's huge. And so it's a similar kind of concept. I know it's not cycling, but it's downtown Renfrew focused. So maybe you can talk a bit about this really cool map that the BIA is coming up
we're
with.
very, very excited about this. It's been a project that's been worked on for over a year now. And Lorraine Vincent and Wanda Bridges have been working on this very diligently. But you're right, it's very similar to, say, a cycling map or a route map, but it focuses exclusively on downtown Renfrew. Now we do identify locations of highlights for people if they're looking, for example, for Mattaway. They're going there for some sort of a tournament. We also highlight the swinging bridge and the museum and places of interest that would draw visitors to our town, whether it's just day visits or longer term. And the map is, I do say so myself, I've seen the final map. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
And similar in that I think when we are also participating in the OVTA cycle map and the route map. And that's going to have a huge circulation. So we've advertised on that, and so it kind of worked out really well that it happened at the same time. It just was a coincidence, but it worked out well.
And where are these maps going to be available?
Our maps, we're printing 5,000 of them. So OVTA, at every event that they go to, will have our map to hand out to any of the visitors at their events and any of the other businesses who would care to grab them.
That's awesome.
There's also a circulation that they hand them out to some of their key tourist destinations. So I'm not sure, we don't have the final end use, but at this point, like for example, Bonisher Caves would have our downtown Renfrew maps there,
and neighboring hotspots that might draw people in from across.
So they know who the hotspots are, and we leave it up to them to distribute. That's they're the experts. But we've partnered with them on that.
Fantastic. Okay, let's talk about downtown vacancies. So I know this is a hot topic that is discussed quite regularly amongst business owners downtown and residents alike. So maybe you can talk about vacancies, what the BIA is trying to do to kind of address vacancies, and recognizing that you are aware of the vacancy issue.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, we've heard our members, it's been a hot topic of conversation for a long time. I happen to be our BIA representative on the Economic Development Committee. It's represented by, there's a chamber representative, a BIA representative, and a number of council members, as well as a number of independent business owners in our town. And we meet monthly to discuss opportunities for increasing business within the entire town of Renfrew. So as representative of the BIA, we put forward a proposal to deal with these vacancies downtown. What can we do to promote getting businesses in these vacancies? What can we do to promote fixing any eyesores that are out there
Yep.
so that we can fill these vacancies,
Mhm.
and what can we do to maybe have some teeth and enforce some regulations,
Mhm.
property standards regulations, in order to make sure that we have a beautiful, viable downtown, because really that is what's so essential with any small town, is that
Yes.
your downtown is beautiful and attractive. Because as a team of directors, why are we bringing people to our downtown if it's terrible?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you want to put your best foot forward. You want to give them something to come to and
Sure.
keep coming back to. So
Yeah. Yeah. So that's great. So the downtown, the BIA really does a lot of advocacy work for
Mhm.
your businesses. I know that's kind of the backbone of what you do. Obviously, marketing and all that is super
Yeah.
important as well, but advocacy for your members is huge.
For sure. I
Mhm.
mean, that's who we draw our levy from.
Yep.
So we try to do anything and everything we can to support them in any which way. Recently, there was the whole recycling issue for
Yes.
business recycling was going to quite possibly go by the wayside for all businesses in Renfrew.
Mhm.
But we did advocate. We spoke with our members. We had a meeting. We listened to their concerns. We helped with the
Mhm.
survey. And we were able to bring that to the town and represent our members and voice the concerns of our members and
The impact that no recycling
and-
pickup would have on many of the downtown businesses.
exactly.
Yeah.
And we had great feedback
Yep.
as to how businesses would handle it.
Sure.
And it would have been a very negative
Mhm.
result. So
Yeah.
thankfully that worked out really well.
Yeah, yeah, your advocacy work worked because
Yeah.
now you guys have recycling, right?
That's
Which is
right.
great.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, well, thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us here
It's
today,
great to be
Lisa.
here. Yeah.
I want to encourage everybody to please follow the Downtown BIA on their social media channels. They have Instagram and they have Facebook. With the summer months coming around, there's going to be many posts on upcoming events that will be happening. The BIA runs a lot of events in the summer months. And you can also sign up for the Town of Renfrew newsletter, where we share BIA information to residents at large. If you are a BIA member, you will get the BIA newsletter automatically. But certainly, if you're a resident and you want to stay informed on all BIA information, please follow us, register for our newsletter, and also sign up for our B City app, because we do send out a lot of downtown BIA information on that app as well. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.